There are moments in life when the noise fades, and all that remains is a quiet, heavy uncertainty. You wake up one day and realize that the direction you were so sure of doesn't feel right anymore. The path that once seemed straight now bends into fog, and even your confidence, once solid, now trembles like a faint flame in a cold wind. If you feel lost right now, if you feel suspended between who you were and who you're becoming, this message is for you. I want you to pause, breathe, and listen this message till the end. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are in the space between chapters. The delicate, uncertain moment where your old life is loosening its grip and your new life has not yet revealed its shape. Orison Swett Marden believed something profound about the feeling of being lost. He wrote that lostness is not failure. It is the soul reorganizing itself for a higher purpose. It is life clearing the space for a new direction to emerge. We are taught to fear confusion, to panic when clarity slips through our fingers, to assume that feeling lost means we have fallen behind. But the truth is that being lost is often the first sign you are waking up. You feel lost not because you are empty, but because you are full of a life you have outgrown. You feel lost not because you lack direction, but because the direction you were following is now too small for who you are becoming. Lostness is not the end of the road. It is the turning of the page. There is a story Orison Swett Marden told in his early writings, a simple tale, but yet powerful. A young traveler once found himself deep in a forest as the night fell. The sun had disappeared behind the hills. The shadows stretched across the path, and soon he could not see more than a few steps ahead. Fear arose inside him. He felt utterly lost. A lantern maker happened to pass by and handed him a tiny lantern, dim, flickering, barely bright enough to illuminate the ground beneath his feet. "This won't show me the whole path," the young traveler protested. "It never will," replied the lantern maker. "It only needs to show you the next step. The rest appears as you walk." The traveler hesitated, yet what he did next was life-changing. Then he took a step forward, and another, and with each step, something else remarkable happened. The lantern grew brighter, revealing more of the path, guiding him out of the forest, one small step at a time. Orison Swett Marden loved to tell this parable because it captured the truth he wanted every person to understand, which is, you don't need to see the entire path. You only need enough light for the next step. Lostness is not your enemy. It is your evolution. There is a reason nothing feels clear. There is a reason nothing feels stable. There is a reason the world around you seems softer, quieter, more distant. It is because life is clearing the noise so you can finally hear yourself again. A true light only shows you the next few steps, and courage reveals the rest. Feeling lost is not a flaw. It is a message. It is life whispering that your spirit is too large for the space you've been trying to occupy. You feel unmotivated because the goals you once had no longer match your deeper potential. You feel uncertain because your intuition knows you're meant to outgrow your current identity. You feel restless because your comfort zone has expired. Orison Swett Marden believed that life uses lostness as a form of divine redirection, a gentle but firm nudge away from what no longer nourishes your growth. When the river dries in one direction, it is because it has begun to flow in another. Your confusion is not an ending. It is preparation for alignment. It is the pause before the surge, the silence before the song, the winter before the spring. You are not lost. You are reorienting, turning toward the person you were meant to become. There is a difference between losing your way and leaving your old way behind. Most people don't realize this. They feel the discomfort, the uncertainty, the unease, and they assume they have fallen backward. But what if the feeling of being lost is not life pulling you down, but pulling you forward? What if this moment, this strange in-between space, is not evidence of collapse, but evidence of growth? Marden believed that the most crucial transformations happen quietly, long before results appear on the outside. He wrote that the soul must stretch before it can rise, and stretching always feels like uncertainty. But the truth is this: you are not lost when your path disappears. You are lost when you stop trusting that a new one will appear. And yet, here you are, listening, still searching, still hoping, still reaching for meaning. A truly lost person gives up, but you have not, and that tells me you are not lost, you are awakening. There comes a moment when the fog begins to thin, not all at once, not dramatically, but softly, like morning light creeping over the horizon. You may not notice the exact moment your spirit begins to reorient, but you'll feel the signs. A thought that returns to you again and again. A desire you once ignored begins to whisper louder. An old passion starts glowing beneath the ashes. A faint pull draws you toward something you can't yet name. This is not random. This is inner alignment. Trying to break through the noise. Marden wrote that desire is the first prophecy of our future. The things that stir your heart are not distractions. They are clues. You don't need the whole picture. You just need to honor the spark. That single spark is the lantern in your forest. Follow it, even if the flame is small, especially if the flame is small, because that is where your purpose begins. When Marden was a young man working in cold New England barns to afford school, he often described the nights when despair nearly overtook him. He was studying by lantern light after long days of labor, his hands cracked from winter wind, his future uncertain, his path invisible. People told him to give up. That education was for the wealthy, that ambition was for those with connections, that a poor farm boy had no business dreaming of a greater life. And yet something in him refused to collapse. A faint pull, a small spark, an unexplainable nudge kept urging him one step further. Decades later, when he became the founder of Success magazine, and a leading voice in the philosophy of achievement and success, he wrote, "The darkest nights produce the clearest stars." His lostness was not a mistake. It was the making of him. So too is yours. Direction does not come from force. It comes from presence. When you stop fighting the fog and learn to breathe inside it, your inner world begins to shift. Your intuition grows louder. Your desires sharpen. Your judgment strengthens. Then, slowly, the path begins to unfold. Not in a rush, not all at once, but like that forest trail revealed step by step. You begin to make small decisions with confidence. You begin to choose what feels honest, not what feels expected. You begin to release the old life, the outdated dreams, the tired identities, the false obligations. Lostness becomes clarity. Confusion becomes direction. Stillness becomes awakening. And all of it begins with accepting this simple truth. You do not find your path. You create it, one step at a time. There will come a day, sooner than you think, when you will look back on this confusing chapter and realize it was just your turning point. You will see that you were not drifting, you were aligning. You will understand that the silence was necessary, the uncertainty was purposeful, the discomfort was your soul stretching for expansion. Feeling lost does not mean you are far from your path. It means your path is becoming more honest, and honest paths are worth walking, even when you can't see where they lead. There is a quiet strength inside you that has not fully awakened yet. You may not feel it, you may not see it, but it is there, waiting beneath the surface, waiting for the moment you finally stop running from your uncertainty and turn to face it. Because lostness is not a void, it is a mirror. It reflects the parts of yourself you've ignored, the dreams you've buried, the truths you've postponed. It shows you who you no longer are, and whispers of who you could become. It is not abandonment, it is recalibration. Life is not pushing you away from your path. It is pulling you closer to the one meant for you. Your past no longer fits you, your present no longer satisfies you, and your future is calling you louder than ever before. You are not lost. You are being remade. Let your lantern be enough for tonight. because clarity will come, purpose will rise, and the person you are becoming will look back on this confusing chapter with gratitude, not regret. This moment is the beginning. It is the threshold. Take the next step. If this message reached you at the right moment, leave a like and subscribe to this channel as we rediscover Orison Swett Marden's timeless wisdom for modern life and apply it powerfully. His words built the leaders of yesterday. Now, they're meant to build the giants of today. Each message here translates his timeless principles into action, discipline, purpose, courage, persistence, reimagined for you in the modern world. Your next step is waiting, and your path will unfold as you walk.